It's currently 1624, roughly 0226. And I was just pondering, one of the elders in one of the videos I watched said, them folks always worry about what the fuck we doing. And now you understand what the Bible tells you to come out of them, my people, be ye separate. Revelations 18:4-7. It's because they still have the racist genes of oppression. They still look at you as the property. So they feel as though they have the right, and they do, like slavery, how they, like we was 12 years a slave, Birth of a Nation, Jingo. Whenever they got bored, they'd come out there drunk and take your grandmom or mom from the husband and rape her, have their fun with her, even for their customers and guests, and get them back to you like a fucking rag doll. Act like that shit normal and shit. Or come out there and beat you, or do whatever they want to do. Then they do their shit and then give you right back to you. See, that's what reparations are for. All the money they're giving to Ukraine and Israel and Palestine, all these other countries of European descent, and saying fuck the black people, and come over there and like we watch South Africa or Zebulon, how they came over there. Now, even though it's a split, like what they call the apartheid, it's still there. People over there, the white people over there living like kings and queens, and the blacks living like Jamaica, like in the overcrowded slums. And they're over in our continent talking about blah, 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 talking about no. He had an interview talking about no unity. Well, get the fuck out of my country. Now what you want to say? Get the fuck out of my continent, then, you cracker ass bitch. They in my shit, stealing my gold, stealing my resources. Talking about they don't want no peace with Africans. Well, get the fuck out of my. See, I said this is why. And all these coons, you even had coons in there talking about free Palestine. You will have no peace until you have a free Palestine. And these are blacks in South Africa telling that shit, while you got white crackers stealing your fucking land and your resources and your shit, living better than you. And you sit here fighting for Palestine. You fight, fuck Palestine. Fuck fucking Ukraine. I'm here for Africa, man. I ain't fighting for it until I get my money owed from slavery. I did make this video. Until I get my money owed from slavery, fuck all oppression that ain't got shit to do with black people. They did whatever going on. They just started suffering. They just started suffering. We've been suffering since the 14th century, if not before. Even though they try to document it and push it up, no. That shit been going on since the 14th or 15th century. Slavery was documented as starting in the 1600s, roughly. But no, it was well before that when you read real history books. But even that, all right, you got me. Look at all these crackers all arguing with you spiritually. It doesn't matter. So since you acknowledge it, that's what slavery, with reparations, and then like I said, the rape and all that nasty shit, that's what the money's for, that you giving to your racist ass white cousins that come over here and be just as racist as you. But any black person that fights for these crackers, may you die with them. You talking about fucking free Palestine, free Ukraine, and we still Dr. Richie Rashad show going through all type of inhumane acts, not to mention the trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions in weight and resources they owe us from slavery, not to mention coming over to the continent still to this day, living better than us and oppressing us. But this is why they won't leave us alone, because they still got that. This is why the Bible says Armageddon is a reality. Revelations 8, prepare double the cup she has given you. As she tormented you, torment her. As she grieved you, grieve her. Spare her not. For see how cocky they are? For she says that I am a queen and no widow, and nobody gonna remove me. But that's why they always want, because they have this, they still have their oppressor father gene, like you their property and you belong to them. That's why they'll never leave you alone. And you still sit here in the 21st century talking about something. Oh my God, I thought it's never going to be over. That's how it's like, exactly. As my man Cat Williams said, even when they're dumb. Even when it came to slavery, they're not even good workers. So they'll never stop leaving you alone because they're too dumb and incompetent to, like I said, you go through racial profiling, systemic racism, blackballing, and the majority of white America still brings home under 45,000 a year. It's blacks that go in from the hood that go through all this bullshit, like myself. Last year alone, I brought home damn near 100 grand. See, they got to keep oppressing us because they can't compete with us. On top of that, you're too incompetent and lazy to really put work in and get yourself out of their own. How are you in poverty when you're not being racially profiled? Systemic racism again. You benefit from all this. How do I bet you benefit from it because you don't go through it? So you have more of a probability. The average. So by those statistics, whites should have an average income of 300 to $500,000 income every year, just because they're not railroaded and not harassed by police and not discriminated against by the system. The average white family should bring home about 3 to $500,000 a year, but yet the average bring home less than 45 grand. Showing you what it is. That's why they gotta keep oppressing us. We're the superior gene. No matter how much they oppress us, we keep rising to the top. Keep rising to the top. And they have none of these problems, still bring home an average of 45 a year, if not less. So that shows you what it is and why they'll never stop. So y'all can go ahead with that shit. But if you're a black, first of all, complain about that shit, you're a fool because you ain't doing nothing about it. But then secondly, fighting for other nations? Get the fuck out of here, man. Return to Dark Side of Candor.